Good afternoon, everybody. A little chilly this morning, I think. Woolly pajamas and socks and scarves and gloves and boots, I think. Florida, we don't get this cold. Anyway, it's Jackie Skelton here again from JR World Travel. And we're going to start straight away with a special today. It's a little different, but so let's just talk a couple of minutes about this. At JR World Travel, we tend to do a seminar for all my networking people every year. So next March 2018 is no exception. All right, we're on a 4-night cruise out of Tampa, going out to Cozumel. I know it's Cozumel. That's the only one to go on. Thursday back Monday. Okay, but the exciting news is our guest speaker. I know some of you have heard of this gentleman and some of you haven't. But he has very graciously agreed to come on the cruise and talk to us about his expertise and how to motivate us and everything else. His name is Mr. Steve Hopper. He's a celebrated international speaker. He's an author, and he's done some wonderful, wonderful things. So we hope that you will enjoy him, and I know you will. We hope that you will join us. So remember March, if you want any more information on the seminar, and there's plenty of inclusives to go with this, just call me on 844-249-0190. So what's included in your price, you were going to ask? When we give you a price, it's inclusive always of your port charges, your taxes, your prepaid gratuities. So this time it includes all that. It includes your seminar and your networking, and Mr. Steve Hopper. There's also a cocktail party. There's $25 onboard credit for the cabin. And then, of course, we have our event evening. This is going to be an international dance evening with our dynamic DJs, DJ Willie and Joe Ferdinando. This is going to be a great night. We always do. The music's great. Anybody can dance to whatever music there is. International dance music means just that. It's going to be a great, great evening. So we'll see you at the seminar. We'll see you on board. We'll see you at the cocktail party. We'll see you at the event night. Prices are starting from about $7.33 a person, and that's ocean view cabins. I do not have inside cabins. I have ocean view and balconies. Please book with your $100 deposit early. I am limited on cabins for those prices. So please get in early, or I can tell you, you will miss out and prices will go up. The $100 deposit is totally refundable up until final payment. We at JR World Travel do not have service fees. We don't charge you if you cancel. All right. You can also make payments. So between now and final payment, which is around January 2, you can make payments weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever you want to do, and have this all paid and ready to go for a fantastic event. So get on board with us. We'd love to see you. And remember, at JR World Travel, this is what we do. It's JR Just Relax. We do it all for you. And I do. I will do your documentation, your online check-in, your luggage tags. I parcel it all up and just give it to you. So please get on board with us for the seminar. I know it's going to be a spectacular event. Steve Hopper and myself and Ross, we look forward to welcoming you to the 2018 Networking Seminar at Sea. So let's talk about a couple of other things today. You know, travel consulting is far more than just booking. I'm not in a call center somewhere just taking phone calls and just giving you what you want. All right, I work with you. So there's questions we go through. And as you go through and up until your booking, the questions are still there. So, you know, the first obvious thing is, well, where do you want to go? Let's talk about that. Does it fit in your budget? We need to talk about your budget requirements. Otherwise, you're going to be sold something that you can't afford and don't want. And then you become very disgruntled. All right? You know, how do you want to travel? Remember, we can put you anywhere in the world by any mode of transport. So how would you like to go there? All right. The time of year, have a good story. Somebody went down to Australia, went to the tropics where I used to live, and went to this very, very expensive resort. And it rained. They never left the resort. We lived in the tropics. So it rains a certain time of year. So again, if you're going overseas, let's talk about the weather. Let's talk about what you like or what you don't like when it comes to the weather situation. All right. What are your objectives for your experience? Remember, travel is an experience. And what requirements do you have? How many are going? That's always important, because if you have a group, then I can work with the group and possibly get you better pricing, air pricing as well. Okay. And as I said, the budget, we've got to work with your budget and work within your budget. There's even more important information that's required. Do you have health issues? If so, what are they? Because that determines your insurance, how much, and stuff like that, at times, if it's pre-existing. Is there any disability? Ross and I work with disabilities. We can put a fully functional hospital bed on a ship for you. All right? We do that. And it's great. Small oxygen machines or whatever you require, a walker and things like that. We have the suppliers that we can deal with to make your experience a much happier one. All right? Does everybody have a valid passport? Remember, these passports have to be valid for 6 months after you return, especially when you fly. All right? They can not allow you back in the country. And we don't want any dramas when you're coming back to the country you're from. Ross and I have a little story. We've both been cautioned when we went to Australia. We had other passports and thought, oh, we'll just get back in. What immunisations are required? If you're in other countries, you do have limitations. You have to have immunisations, the same as your visas and letters of invitation if they're required, and the type of accommodations that you require. Laurie's just come in. Hello, Laurie, how are you? And a couple of others. Ross is whispering to me. I can't quite hear. Ross, just tell him who's come on board. Come on. Jeremy's on board. Laurie's on board. Who else? Ross has got no glasses on. He said, I'll be back in a minute. But those of you that have tuned in, welcome. And I hope you enjoy it. Okay? Some people have dislikes, and they're also important for us to understand this. It just is. What are some of your personal objections? And that comes down to the travelling companions or sitting at a table with other people, whether you want 2, 4, 6, 8 people and all these sorts of things. Do you have special concerns to be considered? Any dining preferences, your meal preferences, your dietary requirements? These are things that I have to know so I can relay this information to the correct people. Also, the sleeping arrangements. Are the beds together? Are they apart? 1 in a room, 2 in a room, 3, 4 in a room, and all these sorts of things.
Hi, Eileen.
Sorry, Ross?
Hi, Eileen.
Oh, hi, Eileen. He's got my phone, so this is why we're working 2 apart here. I can't do 10 things at once, okay? I try. It doesn't always work. Women are a bit like that. We can do more than one thing, though. Okay, now, if you think we're all done and we're ready to go, then we need to think again, because there's always last-minute things. And the information exchange will go on until we're ready for you to depart. We ask the questions to make sure that your experience is going to be a wonderful experience. And, life happens. It just does. And if it turns out that it wasn't what you expected or whatever, always think positive. The glass is always half full. And always think it was an experience. One I don't want to do again, but it was an experience. And you learn from that. That's how I learned. All right? We provide all the information that you possibly will need. We have all the current facts. Okay, so it's not just misconceptions and things like that. And circumstances change, and we just all adjust together. And that's what we do. But here at JR World Travel, we're fun. We love taking away our groups. I wish we could take more away and we could be more away ourselves, but I have to work. Okay, so here at JR World Travel, remember, JR just relax. We do it all for you. And we make sure that you do what's on your bucket list. So until tomorrow, and I know it's going to be cold, have a great day. Be safe out there, please. Have a great evening. Goodbye, and see you tomorrow.